Hi Virgo, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you all on your path to your highest vibrational good. So you'll have to forgive me, I have that itchy nose thing going on at the moment and it is driving me insane. For your key to the week, you have the Temperance card. So this week you're going to be focusing on your manifesting skills and also what you're aligned with. This is about you bringing everything in true Libra season, energy. This is about you bringing things back into alignment for yourself, but it's also going to see you focusing this week on where it is that things are either out of whack or out of balance. Now, for some of you as well, this could be a week where you end up playing piggy in the middle between, maybe between a friend and a partner, between two friends, between two parents. Like, it could be anything of that nature, but there may be a little bit of a piggy in the middle energy going on this week, and it's important that you find a way to detach yourself from what isn't really your stuff to deal with. Especially if we're talking about grown adults. It's different if it's your children. That's going to be a part of what you're doing, right? It's all in the job description. But if we're talking about adults, I think this is going to be a week where it highlights to you, wow, you know what, I spend a lot of time not mopping up these people's mess, but dealing with stuff that isn't mine to deal with. I'm going to have to find a way to leave them to it. For your actions and options, you've got the Ace of Pentacles, and the reason you got to leave them to do it is because you've got money to make. All right, for your Ace of Pentacles, this is about what you do and what you choose. This is about you focusing on your work. This is, for a lot of you, going to see you very focused on work. It could be as well for some of you that you're focused on a healing journey. And when I say a healing journey, I'm talking about your actual physical body. You could be interacting with a doctor, a nutritionist. You could be, oh my gosh, that's so crazy. This could be somebody that works on the physical structure of the body. So this is about you paying attention to your health in a very physical, practical, tangible way. You know, your actions and options is about what you do. The Temperance card, outside of everything else that I mentioned, is actually usually a healer. So this is a doctor, a medical professional, somebody that's in those sorts of jobs and trades. And your Eight of Pentacles can also be literally your physical being. So there could be something this week that you're working on. I've just had like a moment of remembrance. So it's crazy. If you're watching this, you know exactly who I'm thinking about. For your communications and conversations, you have the Two of Cups. This is lovely. So there is either a new partnership on the horizon for you, not of a personal nature. This could be of a work nature. And look at this, because it's next to that Ace of Pentacles, this could be a very lucrative partnership that's coming up for you. This could be a really amazing step forward. It's a collaboration, a connection. It's definitely to do with your work. This is something to do with your profession, whether this is your job, your business. The fact that you've got the Ace of Pentacles here as well, there is money for you to make, right? Now, it may not be that you're collecting this money this week, especially if it is off the back of a connection or a collaboration, because it's just starting to be formed. All right, so this is about you putting those, building the connection, building the, mini community, if you like, or building the connection that you have with this person in order to collaborate with them. Now, the funny thing is, I don't feel like this is just you and one other person. I feel like it might be several people, or maybe you're connecting with a specific group of people. Now, there's nothing here that suggests a group, but it feels like that energy to me. For your money and materials, you have the Eight of Swords. So this week, because you've got this underneath the Ace of Pentacles, you are focused on what it is that you need to spend and what it is that you want to spend. I think you're going to be spending a lot of time this week deliberating over something, and you might get a little bit of analysis paralysis, right? Remember, the Sun in Libra especially if you're an ascendant Virgo. The sun in Libra is in your second house, which is putting a spotlight on your money. All right, all of your finances, your money, all of that kind of stuff. Now, because it is the Eight of Swords, it's not an easy card, but I do feel like this week it will be that. You'll be so much in your mind about something that you could get that analysis paralysis energy. When it comes to your physical health, this is a week for you to really focus on whatever, if you have any chronic or long-term conditions. This is a week where you could really make a breakthrough, actually, but it is going to come from that feeling of, right, I've had enough of this now, enough, right? I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I'm going to fix this. And this could be what prompts you to work with, a medical professional, or maybe seek a second opinion or a different opinion from, a different a person that approaches health from a different way. When it comes to the home, again, it looks like you're spending a lot of time at home this week. So if you can get out of your, find ways to get out of your mind, right? Because you could really get all up in there this week, and it could drive you a little bit stir crazy. All right. Wow. Okay. For your love and relations, you have the Ten of Swords. And it's funny because I don't feel like this relates to a partner. I actually feel like it relates to a family member. And look at this, right? You've got the Ten of Swords underneath the Two of Cups, underneath the Temperance card. And do you remember I said to you about playing that piggy in the middle? I really feel like this week it may be this that ends up making you kind of lose it and say, look, you know what? You are grown adults. You're acting like children, like just enough. This could be a week where you really go to town on two people that, like I said, they could be two friends. It could be your parents. It could be, your children if you have them. There could just be a real sort of back and forth. And there's a moment where, whoever you are watching this, Virgo, sun, moon or rising, you're like, I've had a enough, pull yourselves together, what are you doing? You could really go to town. And I think a part of that is because you're already going to be going over a lot in here. Find some way to get yourself out of your mind this week, because it could really it could just be very, very intense in there. Now, it is the Ten of Swords. That's one thing that you do need to be aware of, and it does fall right underneath the Two of Cups. So this could be a friendship, it could be a professional relationship, it could be for a select few of you. For those of you that are single, this is not the week for it. Even if you meet somebody that's amazing, I would say to them, look, what, if we're going to make any plans to date, can we just shelve it? Now is not the time. For those of you that are partnered, it could be something in your partner's world that comes to an end, or you could be getting some news about a family member of theirs that is going through a hard time. That's something, or maybe a relationship that is connected to them, i.e. their parents, i.e. an uncle and an aunt, or friends of theirs that have been together forever. They could be hearing of a breakup this week, and it's one that will not rock them to the core, but it will be one that makes them go like, wow, okay, you know what, I kind of thought you guys would have been more for the long term. So I don't actually feel like this is specifically your relationship, but it is one that you guys are connected to. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week as best as you possibly can. Remember to get out of here. With that said, take care, and I'll see you soon.